The position of a weight on a spring relative to the point of equilibrium is given by the following function. If the arguments are in radians and time is in seconds, find the smallest value of t for which the weight is at the point of equilibrium, which we're told is at y equals 0. So what we want to do is basically find the time value where y equals 0. So we can go ahead and plug that into our equation. So 0 equals 7 cosine 4t, minus 2 sine t. Okay, and we can go ahead and rearrange this. So I'm going to add 2 sine of 4t to each side. So we'll get 2 sine 4t equals 7 cosine 4t. Okay, so at this point, I'm also going to divide by 7 cosine 4t on each side. Okay, and now what that's going to get us is 2/7 times sine of 4t over cosine of 4t equals 1. And now what we can do is rewrite this term that I have in parentheses as the tangent of 4t, since tangent is just equal to sine over cosine. So then what we'll have is 2/7 times the tangent of 4t is equal to 1. But since the tangent is a periodic function, what we can also do is say that 2/7 tangent of 4t minus n pi is also equal to 1, where n is just some integer, so n equals 1, 2, 3, and so on. Now I'm going to go ahead and write this in terms of just tangent. So tangent of 4t minus n pi is equal to 7/2. So all I did was just multiply by 2/7 on both sides. And now to get rid of the tangent term on the left hand side, what we have to do is take the arctangent. So we'll get that the arctangent of the tangent of 4t minus n pi equals the arctangent of 7/2. So what we get is that the tangents over here cancel out, and you're left with 4t minus n pi equals arctangent of 7/2. So then we can add n pi to each side, and we'll get 4t equals n pi plus arctangent of 7/2. And lastly, to solve for t, we just need to divide by 4. So we'll get that t equals 1/4 n pi plus 1/4 arctangent of 7/2. So we're asked to find the smallest value of t, though, that gives us y equals 0. So anytime that we add n pi to this term over here, we're making our time value larger. So that says basically that the smallest value of t that we can get where y is equal to 0 is when n is equal to 0. So this is going to go to 0. And then we'll be left with t equals 1/4 times arctangent of 7/2. And then plugging that into your calculator, you should get that t is equal to about 0.32, rounded to the nearest hundredth. So I hope this video was helpful. Go ahead and do me a favor and hit like, and have a great day.